Hello, 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 hello. Okay, it's jumping all around. All right, there we go. It was like going here and there and everywhere. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, happy Tuesday. It's time for la 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 Takeover Your Makeover Tuesday with your Mary Kay girl, Laurie Jackson. OMG, I'm so excited you're here. Welcome to Tuesday night. We are live. And if you're watching on my Facebook profile page, welcome. If you're watching in the Glam and Glow Beauty Insiders private Facebook group for my clients, welcome. If you're watching on my Laurie Jackson Glam and Glow Beauty Tips YouTube channel, welcome. Y'all, I'm everywhere, okay? I am everywhere. So I hope you had an amazing, fabulous Tuesday. I hope you stayed warm. It is cold as a bejesus outside, but I do love the cold weather. I'd rather be cold than hot. Cannot stand to be hot for a millisecond. Ask my husband, he will tell you. He's like, this house is an igloo, and I don't care. I love being nice and cool. So anyway, hey, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We're going to have some fun with supplements, and as always, make comments, ask questions. Tell me if you're using these products, if you want to use these products, because as always, I put everyone who makes a comment, I put their name in a drawing, and I give away free prizes. If you know me, I love prizes. So we're going to do that. And then I have a super fun segment that I want to start called Fun Facts with Laurie. So a lot of you don't know a whole lot about me. I have my Mary Kay friends and my customers. I have my ice skating friends from way back. I have my family, I have friends just in doing life, but I think it's super important that you get to know me a lot more, because that way we can connect better. In this business, Mary Kay, all this, and there's Mary Kay right there. Hey, Mary Kay. She was the #1 beauty influencer. She was the genius behind all of this that you see, and her #1 thing was that I, as a beauty consultant, am to treat you like you have a sign around your neck that says, make me feel important. And that's my #1 goal, is to make you feel important. And just to love on you and help you with your skin, and be your friend and be your beauty guru and help you with all things beauty, but also be your friend too, right? And your biggest cheerleader, your biggest supporter. So let's do the fun facts with Laurie first, and then we'll do the products, okay? All right, so each time I do a live, I'm going to share with you something about myself that you probably don't know. Now, when I was 8 years old, I saw Dorothy Hamill on the 1976 Olympics, and I turned to my mom and I said, I want to do that. And boom, that's where it started. So my mom was a seamstress at the time, so she started making my skating dresses and took me to a little tiny rink down in Atlanta, and it's called Belvedere Ice Rink next to Columbia Mall, and it was like the size of this bedroom. It was so tiny, and I wore my cheerleading outfit to my very first private skating lesson, and I was 8, and it just grew from there. So I was a competitive ice skater. I was very serious about it. I did that from the age of 8 until about the age of 17. And I skated here in Atlanta in many different rinks. And I knew I was not going to the Olympics. I was not that high up, but I got pretty high up in the skating level world. And I did not like to fall, so I did not like to do jumps. If you're watching Nationals and the Olympics, you see the skaters do all the jumps. That was not my thing. I liked interpretive skating where I could make it up as I went. I liked ice dancing. I had an ice dancing partner named Steve Pettit. And we went out and did competitions everywhere. But again, I was not Olympic bound, but it kept me in shape. It kept me on the ice. It kept me around positive people. My mom made dresses for the other skaters at the rink, so we were always together. And that was super important to my parents. And I loved it. So I quit in high school, got burned out, said, I'm done. That's it. I'm not going to the Olympics. I'm out of here. And then in 1987, I decided to go to DeKalb College over in Dunwoody to get a 2-year fashion merchandising degree, because I wanted to create fashions. I wanted to create displays and windows at stores, because I'm really good at that. And I had to take a 5-hour PE class to get this 2-year degree. And so I'm looking down the list, because y'all, I hated PE in school. From day 1 of kindergarten till my last day of senior year, I loathed PE class, okay? So I'm looking down the list of classes to take for PE to get this dang thing over with. And lo and behold, one of the choices was beginning ice skating. I said, are you kidding me? I just spent the last 9 years of my life as a competitive ice skating person, right? So I signed up for the basic ice skating class, drove from Marietta out to Stone Mountain Park where the rink was, signed up to take the class, and the girl who taught the class was Maria Shoup, and she was one of my friends at the rink when I was a kid. We competed against each other. We carpooled sometimes to the rink. I said, well, shoot, this is pretty cool. So I was helping her teach the class by the end of the first class, right? Dawn Malone was the skating school director at the time. Hey, Dawn, if you're watching. And I fused myself to her hip and said, hey, I want to learn how to teach skating. Tell me all about it. And she told me everything I needed to know. And she molded me into the businesswoman I am today. So I love you so much, Dawn. Thank you for that. I've told her that before. But she laid the groundwork for me to have confidence to get out in front of people to teach them how to skate. And eventually I became a skating director at a couple different rinks. And love that, love that, love that. So that was my main career for 25 years. So from 1988 all the way up until about 2015. That's all I did. And I worked that around our daughters. Mary Kay, I sprinkled in a little here and a little there in all those years. But my main thing was teaching skating, and I loved it. And my skating family was everything to me and to Bruce and our daughters. Lauren and Kaylin skated too, and they loved it. They were very recreational about it, though. They weren't into like the real competitive part of it, which was fine. But yeah, so that's what I did. And then in 2015, I decided, okay, I'm done. I'm burned out. I'm tired of being on the ice at 5 a.m. teaching. And, you know, just the girls were growing up and, you know, they were getting to where they didn't want to be at the rink as much. And Lauren graduated high school and Kaylin was coming up into high school. And I thought, yeah, okay, God closed the door for me and opened the door for Mary Kay. So that's, now I've had other jobs along the way. I worked at Turner Broadcasting. Many of you know that as CNN. Turner Broadcasting was the parent company of CNN. I worked there for 5 years in the early 90s and other places along the way. But nothing ever stole my heart like teaching skating and Mary Kay. So when I share with people when I'm doing a Mary Kay appointment that I was a competitive ice skating instructor for 25 years, they are blown away. Because you don't meet many people that do that. So that's the fun fact about me, was that, that I was an ice skating instructor. So yay, a lot of fun. Now, don't watch much skating on TV these days because I'm still just kind of burned out on it. I haven't had a pair of skates on since 2015, but I do have a pair of hot pink skates, of course, that I wore when I skated, and I taught skating. But anyway, I may go back to it one day as far as just recreational, but I'll probably never teach again. But anyway, okay, yay, that's a fun fact about me. So next time I do a live, I'll share something else with you that you probably didn't know. So hopefully you feel like you know me a little bit better now. All right, tonight we are going to jump into some of my top selling supplements. Now, Mary Kay has a retinol line, and the retinol is amazing. I wear this every night, and retinol basically is the #1 hot keyword or buzzword in dermatology, or like at your dermatologist's office in the skincare world. It has been for about 10 years. Basically, retinol, I know you've all heard of it, is vitamin A. And basically what retinol does is it stops aging before we see it. Wow. Wow. I'll take a lifetime supply, please. You probably want one too. So I want you to try the retinol if you haven't tried it. So Mary Kay created that as dermatologist grade, clinically tested, hypoallergenic, safe for sensitive skin, all the things. But Mary Kay took it a step further, like Mary Kay always does. And they created boosters. And there are 4 fabulous boosters that you can use with the retinol or without the retinol. And we're going to talk about those tonight because I love every single one of them. So let's start. Let me come over here and just pull up, let's see, the info about, okay, the Clinical Solutions C plus resveratrol line reducer. Okay, that's like a mouthful, right? All right, let me do this. I'm going to pull the computer closer to me so you can get a better view of this while I'm putting it on. All right, this is my go-to for the little lines and wrinkles around here, the marionette lines around the eyes, between the brows, and my forehead. It says take wrinkle reduction to the next level with our highest concentration of vitamin C and resveratrol. Each precious drop contains vitamin C, resveratrol, and hexapeptide 8 powerful active ingredients that address the look of lines and wrinkles. It gives your skin support while targeting critical components of skin aging with this dermocosmetic solution. Whew, wow, that was a lot. Okay. So it basically comes in this bottle here. You don't have to shake it, but I just always do. And I usually put this on morning and night. So here it is, 8:10 at night, and I'm going to bed soon, so I'm going to go ahead and do my night dose. So basically, I just put it on my hand, and I'm going to rub it around my mouth. Just going to target these lines and a little bit out here too. And then I get just a little bit more for around my eyes. Oh yes. Here. And see, that's the great thing about bangs, y'all, is it hides my forehead wrinkles. So if you've been thinking about getting bangs, that's why you should get them. Because they're great. And now see, it drives me crazy when they're all messed up. I can't stand that. Hold on. That's another thing about me you didn't know, is I'm very anal about what my bangs look like. Okay, that's good for now. Okay, so this is the line reducer. I love it. And for my customers that come in and they want something very targeted and specific and highly concentrated, I highly recommend the line reducer for those pesky little lines that just seem to creep in out of nowhere, and you wake up in the morning and you go, okay, that was not here last night. This is not cool. I don't know where that's coming from. That's what that is. All right. Up next is, okay, this is super important. I've told you before that one of the biggest reasons we show signs of aging is lack of hydration, lack of moisture. So this is a Clinical Solutions HA Plus Ceramide Hydrator, better known as the Hydrating Booster, because these are considered boosters. So you can just say, I want the Hydrating Booster or Hydrator Booster. I don't know what you're talking about. When skin experiences a moisture imbalance, lines and wrinkles can become more visible. Did you know that your moisture is tied to your lines and wrinkles? Yes, it is. Support skin's critical barrier with this potent hyaluronic acid-packed booster. Plump, replenish, and hydrate with this dermocosmetic formula that helps you break through to your best skin. Now, what I love about this one, so the line reducer is kind of, the consistency is on the thinner side. This is thicker. It's kind of like a gel consistency, and I really love that. I feel like it totally hydrates me. So I'm going to do 2 pretty good sized drops, and I always start on my neck, and then I work my way up all over the rest of my face. Make sure you get your jawline, and I would go under the bangs, but they look super cute, so I'll do that when we're done and I take my makeup off and whatever. So anyway, the hydrator. Oh, I love it. It's, like I said, it's kind of a gel consistency, and it really, really hydrates, especially this time of the year when it is sub-zero outside, or at least it feels like it. I think it's about 18 degrees outside now. But yeah, our skin is not happy this time of the year when it's so cold. So my body is, though, because remember, I don't like to be hot. Okay, up next is all right, I just call this the brightener. I am not one of these people that's into these really big scientific names. Just tell me what it is, tell me how much it costs and how often do I have to use it and how soon do I see results. Well, this is called the brightener booster. Its official title is Ferulic and Niacinamide Brightener. Now, you're going to reduce even skin tone and boost your skin's brightness with this targeted booster. I have like this little sunspot because I'm out in the sun for 15 minutes every day. Now, I haven't been this week because it's been kind of cold. But I try to get out even in the cold because you need that too, right? But I've got this little spot, and it's starting to get a little darker. So I've really been targeting it with this brightener. And OMG, it's amazing how it just, you do this for me, after about 2 weeks, I started seeing a brightness and a glowingness about my skin, okay? This addresses multiple causes of discoloration with a trifecta of potent powerhouse ingredients, help defend against external factors that may lead to skin discoloration, meaning sunspots and hyperpigmentation, by using a formula packed with dermocosmetic ingredients, and that is the brightener. So I'm going to shake it really good. This is another top seller. Ladies love this one. Okay, put it right there. And then I'm not gonna do my neck because I don't really have any discoloration down there. But, oh wow. Oh yes. Oh yes. All over. And like I said, makes a huge difference in your skin if you're looking for the brightness factor. For sure, you need to try this one. And then the very last one is the PHA and AHA resurfacer, also known as the resurfacer booster. Okay, again, I just try to keep it easy. I really do. All these, scientific words are fabulous, but I just want to keep it easier for you to know, all right? So with this one, you're going to incorporate the power of a dual acid boost to achieve smooth skin. 2 hydroxy acids work as a power pair against dead skin cells that lead to dull, rough skin. Accelerate your skin's natural exfoliation process to reveal the beautifully smooth and radiant skin that's waiting beneath. So basically, this would be for if you have scarring, maybe from acne, chicken pox, maybe you cut your face, maybe you feel like your skin's texture is just rough. This is your go-to booster right here. This is going to smooth everything out, and over time it's going to work to rebuild where that scarring is. It's going to rebuild that tissue. Now I can't tell you how long it would take. Really, you need to give yourself like probably at least a good 4 weeks till you start to see results. But we're gonna do that on the hand here too. And I'm just going to do this on the back of my hand because I don't really have that problem with my skin, but I do want you to kind of see in the back of the hand. Oh, it has a nice smell too, okay? So that would be the resurfacer. So if you want better, smoother skin, go for that one. If you want brightness and you've got discoloration, or even if you don't have discoloration and you still want a boost of brightness, go for the brightener. Or if you want to hydrate, which really everyone should be using this one. Even if you're oily skin, a lot of times you're oily because you're dehydrated and the body overcompensates and gives you too much oil because you're not hydrated enough. I know it's crazy. Everyone should be using the hydrator. 100% use that. And then the line reducer. My favorite. Yes, we need targeted, highly effective products for these very sensitive areas. People ask me, why do we get these lines here and around here? Well, think about it. Your mouth's moving constantly. I did research one time, and I can't remember what it said, how many words we speak a day. Now, if you're kind of shy and you don't talk a whole lot, or maybe you don't go out of your house a lot, and you do a lot of work in your home, and maybe you're not like la, 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 like chatty Cathy like me. You still talk a lot, but people like me tend to talk even more. Well, the muscles and tissue around here, it's really the tissue, over time just starts to break down because as you grow up, I don't like to say as you age. No. I say as you grow up, meaning as you get older. Everything starts to slow down, and the renewing process of your skin slows down, and that's what happens. It starts to break down through here and here. This is if you drink out of a straw. I have this super cute water bottle. I love it. So I drink out of a straw, so you get the lines there. If you're a smoker, which I am not, never have been, if you're a smoker, you're going to get those too. But also just move in the mouth. The muscle and tissue starts to break down over time. So, yes. Oh, I got to show you this picture while I'm thinking about it. There's a Mary Kay director in Mary Kay. And she, let's see. She is, I think they said she's 90. She's been in Mary Kay since the 70s. And let me see here. Okay. I gotta show you her picture because she for 90. Okay, yeah. Here she is. I think this is in the 80s. Okay, and there she is holding a picture of Mary Kay. I'm sure, I don't know if you can see Mary Kay. And then here she is all these years later, y'all. I think she is 90. If not, she's a little older than 90. Holy cow. Here she is in the pink jacket. Her name's Esther. Look at her skin. I don't see one dang wrinkle on that beautiful face. I don't. That is 40-something years of being on this product. I mean, can I just get a thank you to Mary Kay? Thank you, my beautiful friend, for providing this opportunity, not only to be an amazing beauty consultant and have a fabulous career doing this and helping women and changing lives, but that you're offering such amazing products. Y'all, our products are number one in the world for a reason, because they work. So remember I told you the other night, I don't want you to hodgepodge. I don't want you mixing companies, because a lot of these companies use toxins in their products. Mary Kay does not. We follow Europe standards, and we ban 1,300 and more chemicals from our products. So we follow Europe. So you're getting the best. It's tested. It's safe. It's non-comedogenic. It's great for sensitive skin. I mean, it's got all the things for you, okay? These boosters are only $38. And they will last you about 3 to 4 months, because you just use a few drops in the morning and a few drops at night, and they just last and last and last. So they're my number one best-selling products as far as boosters, targeted boosters. So I know you want to get you some. And then don't forget also to try the retinol. I promise you're going to love that too. And your dermatologist, if you go to one, is going to go, wow, your skin really has changed. What are you using? And you go, oh, I use Mary Kay. And they're going to go, oh, wow. I've talked to many dermatologists, and they all love Mary Kay. They all love what Mary Kay does for your skin. So there you go. Alrighty, so you can run to my website, marykay.com/Laurie Jackson, to grab yours tonight. And they'll get there quickly, and I promise you're going to love them, and you're going to love your skin. You really will. So that's it. That's my Takeover Your Makeover for Tuesday. And I'm not sure when I'll do Takeover Your Makeover Tuesday next week too, but I'm not sure as far as the rest of this week. What I'm going to try to jump back on maybe in another couple days and hang out with you, and you'll learn some more fun facts about me, and get to see some amazing products too. So thank you for the comments. Thank you for the questions. I see I have 2 viewers here on Facebook Live. I have no idea. I can't see who you are. It doesn't show me. But thank you for watching. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Stay warm, you guys, and have an amazing evening. And again, thank you for allowing me to keep you looking beautiful for life. It truly is my biggest joy, and I love serving you. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.